Dick Cheney's death has led to a reevaluation of his legacy, and one of the most complicated parts of that legacy involves LGBTQ issues, especially same-sex marriage. Back when he was the vice president, and even before that, he had made some comments that some people interpreted as him being in favor of same-sex marriage, which was illegal at the time. But in 2004, when he was the vice president, George Bush was the president, and they were running for re-election, their campaign used same-sex marriage to drive conservative voters to the polls. There was a real push at the time for an amendment to the U.S. Constitution to define marriage as a union between one man and one woman. George Bush supported that amendment. Dick Cheney did not. He said he thought it wasn't necessary. But he never really lobbied against that amendment, at least not publicly. There were some people at the time who were hoping that Dick Cheney would just step aside and let George Bush pick another running mate, but he never did that. He stayed on the ticket, and the campaign made same-sex marriage the defining issue of the campaign, and it helped them get reelected. LGBTQ advocates and people who were involved in the marriage equality movement say that Dick Cheney deserves credit for standing up for same-sex couples at a time when few Republicans were willing to do that. But in the end, they say, he really didn't do enough to help advance their cause.